just because we haven't seen an audience straw poll in a while, who here has ever heard of a material called a sodium silicate before? Are there any hands that knows what I've got a few hands that know what a sodium silicate is. Sodium silicates are this material that is, it's in almost everything that we work with. So if you've seen those little silica packets in your food that are used to keep moisture from contaminating your food, that's a sodium silicate. They also use it in detergents, in both your laundry detergent and your dishwasher detergent, because it's a non-phosphorus way to build up and reduce the scum in soaps. They're also used to line lead pipes to keep them from leaching. And most importantly, they're now being used as an activator for a material we call geopolymer. And that's where we can make that geopolymer into an alternative binder or cement for concretes. So we've got a ton of the material to make sodium silicates here in Michigan, particularly the sand that we need, but also all the salt. So Michigan, if you don't know, has the Michigan Basin. It's almost the world's largest reserve of saline brines. And so that's right underneath our feet, and we can potentially make sodium silicates with those. But the problem with it all is, where do we get the silica? We don't want to use sand because it is really high energy content. Where's my? Down. There we go. So let's look at what we can recycle to get that silica. Particularly, it's glass fiber reinforced polymers in both wind turbine blades and boats. Now, this is a billion-dollar problem with really no solution. When we talk about taking this glass fiber material, it's made to be really strong and really light, but it doesn't mean that you can then turn it into new materials without functionally destroying those fiber strands. So we're now looking at working with the groups like U.S. Boat Foundation and particularly a company called Fletcher Engineered Solutions, who has made a mobile wind turbine shredding machine that can take those wind turbines blades that are all across the country, shred them so that they don't have they can reduce the trucks by 2.5 trucks on the road per wind turbine blade, and then bring them to a facility like ours where we can be an offtake market for them to help add value to that activity. So our process functionally looks like this. We've got these wind turbine blades, and we work with companies like Windacom and Destructible that go all across the country and decommission wind turbine blades. But then they're set on the ground, and there's really nowhere to take them other than landfills, or where they can potentially be used also for hog fuel for making cement. With these mobile shredding facilities, we can have them go to the facility. It's on a 53-foot trailer, and eat the wind turbine blade whole in about 2 hours. That shredded fiberglass can then go into our process. Oops. Playing with the stick here. Where we do a salicylasis combined with hydrothermal fusion to produce sodium silicates at 80 to 90% less energy use than traditional methods for making sodium silicates. And lastly, we can use these for end markets in especially construction, but also for municipal end users for marine washing environments as well as fleet washing. So where are we at with this? So we think that this is a really cool market, both in your verticals on the left here, as well as these materials that can be made on the right. And we're really excited about working with groups like U.S. Boat Foundation and Destructible, where we can have materials be shredded and then used for sodium silicates. So these are our partners that we worked with. We are also working closely with a Michigan-based facility over in Durand called Great Lakes Fusion that has a site host for us, and also with the U.S. Boat Foundation, who's had over $10 million in grants from NOAA, where they've got these different groups that are looking for a solution to take boats and recycle them. Michigan has over 7,000 boats that are slated for landfilling right now, according to Maya Turek, working with the DNR, and we hope to work with that feedstock material as well. This is kind of where we sit in the competitive landscape with producers of green sodium silicates, as well as offtake producers of wind turbine blades and potentially boats. But we sit in this nexus where we can work with both the feedstocks and produce a saleable end product. All right. So this is our team. I myself developed this technology working it with Michigan State, where we were really looking for a solution to stabilize our carbonate aggregates. Sodium silicates are about 10% of our materials. And we have been since working at University of Michigan and working with both their material scientists and global CO2 initiative to look at the techno-economics and the carbon life cycle of these materials.
Ready to wrap up?
I'm ready to wrap up. Yeah, I'm good.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is fine.